Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 13 of the Let's Play Europa Universalis for Third Odyssey for Elysium. Check out the mod makers down below, where we are currently in a place of issues, and I believe at the end of the last part we joined a war for which we were paying our men for some apparent reason. So we're going to turn that off. We're also, I feel like I made some states last session as well, so we're going to get those done. Now, we are in a place where our king doesn't understand the finer points of administration or the military, which is, the gods did not gift him. The gods gave him a bit of reason, but that's about it. Now, I'd love to be a new age. We've already got the Renaissance, though, due to something that I did not think would ever happen, which is interesting. Okay, our vassal of Mirakrite is indeed colonizing, which is great. Harsh life on the ocean, that's a normal event, that's not a problem. Now, Portuguese will not colonize up here. Portugal will, you know, indeed colonize in the south, but not me. The Portuguese don't want to be friends just yet, but they do have a great opinion of us because of the way we've looked after the shown them in the past. I'm also going to hire a Diplo guy because I would like to get the docks done ASAP. And the long and short of it is paying for that guy, it will indeed help us. Now, we are currently colonizing at a very unfortunately slow state. And that is due to a number of reasons. And oh god, you actually grew, which means I need to kill you ASAP. Nope. You're underneath. Okay, so our expansion in the north has been cut off again by Onodongo because we currently are not strong enough to really oppose them. Now, we need to get our development ideas up badly, but we also need to get our stability up, which I would actually consider worse because it's causing us a whole host of other issues. So I'm actually going to get my stability up first to +1. We need it for +2 for a new age, but we also need, you know, to have someone of a Western tech group next to us. Or the year simply be 1500s. 1550, sorry. I am very surprised, as I did take the books, that we can't build the Alexandrian thing. We have got the ability to build the Kofor, and it is going to cost us 400 gold. But it will indeed give us some good stuff. Some very good stuff. We will be building that at some point. I would like to build that instead of the docks, but unfortunately I need 5 docks to get my, you know, ability to thing back. And once we do get up to 2 stability, we will indeed be giving the natives the right to, you know, help me colonize and help me colonize a lot. Now, there are a few wars we can do. There we go. Found an Alexandrian Library. The original Library of Alexandria, which probably contained many great works of which no copies exist to date, was destroyed in a fire in dubious circumstances. It is possible that rising Christians caused this to happen during religious conflicts with pagan philosophers, but historical records tend to favour the victor, or in contrast, the contemporary losers might criminalise them out of spite. Whatever the case, much was lost that day. We do now have a rather large selection of works, old and new, and it might be beneficial to open up the library to the public, with adjacent educational institutions. We may encourage even greater scientific advancements. Now let me guess, it requires admin to do. Oh, it requires ruler having possibly just a max stat. And we will be able to build it in near Alexandria. The Albanians expand again. Beautiful. That's right, Albanians. You keep building my empire up. The Call of the Hunt. So we can either get further, we could get base 2 manpower. We'll get base 2 manpower increase. I feel like improving the province instead of just guaranteeing some furs would be better for us in the long run. Furs are only worth 2 gold, so we could get lucky and get something else there. Of course, send out the heralds. How are our? Yeah, we're not doing the best when it comes to our religion. It's not spreading as much as we'd like it to. Soon going to get the meritocratic recruitment, which is going to favour the merchants for a little bit, but, well, it'll do us some good. Now, if the merchants could give me any more, like, colonists, or like people to help me colonize, I would actually take them up on that immediately. But I think the only ones who do are the people I can't currently use. Enforced unity of faith. We're not going to worry about that just yet. Religious culture is definitely not something we're touching, due to the fact that it's not going to help me in this situation, so it's not going to be something we want to do. We're in a bit of a... Oh my god. Sure, I'll help you. Okay. Gold coming back in. So in 1502 we'll get you. Got stability, which is nice. So we've evened out our finances a little bit. That will help us, obviously. But now we need to get it higher, which is painful, to be honest. The worst thing is, Onondaga, sorry, has just rapidly eaten up all of these guys. And it's obviously causing us some problems. Esprit de corps. Hey, we're up to 10%, which means I can, you know, slacken recruitment standards when necessary. It's going to be quite useful to us, actually. I feel like I need to annex you, but I feel like I need to destroy these guys first. Sorry, integrate. Integrate would be the correct word. But I also feel like that'd be a lot of manpower, my admin, to integrate. I could, in theory, feed this vassal. That way they're all under Babori leadership, and, you know, they might be a little bit happy with that. It's all about risks right now, and I don't really have the ability to risk too much. So I think I'm going to launch stability up to +1, finish off the ideas here, and then grab form a colonial institution. And then for this, we are going to be a while because we need a high diplo tech. We'll defend guild privileges as it makes them like us, and if they like us, you know, happy days. A hero amongst men. War makes men from boys and boys from men. During our ongoing war, one of our lesser soldiers fought with such strength and conviction that he is widely regarded as a war hero amongst his fellows. He's but a peasant from a small farming village, as far as we know, and no one knows his original name, but the troops have started giving him a name of an ancient hero. It would seem that even our enemies are aware of his reputation, because every time this hero amongst men shows up on the battlefield, he instills great fear in the enemy ranks. Such heroic men are a rare occurrence indeed, and should be treated with great respect. Our army advisors suggest giving him a commanding position and acknowledging the name the soldiers have given him. Inez becomes available for duty. Not a freestyle leader like it could have been, but I'll take him. So this is like just telling me that I should go to war. The problem with this war is it would involve killing my once ally of Powhatan. And we would have to integrate them. I don't want to give them to the Albanians. It's a good province, you know. It's one of those. Unfortunately, I think. Okay, I haven't stated it. They have, so actually, no, giving it to them would make more sense. Which is really a juxtaposition because, again, they're strong. We'll just get into a rest. I don't really have the ability to lose money right now. Okay, docks is done. Now we need to build said docks. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, you son of a... I'll take one loan because my, like, everything kind of hinges on having the 5 docks built pretty quickly. At the end of this month, we'll be able to get it in Odyssey. I was going to build them all in the bay, but building one there is better than building it here. There we go. So now we will be simply want the stability, which we now have. So we're now going to just be the admin diplo and the idea away. So still a year or a few years away, but we're getting there. Oh, appointing diplomats, definitely. There we go. Okay, so we're now just the admin away. So we're 390 admin away from doing this, which it's about 40 months, give or take. It's going to take a few months. It's 40 months-ish. Meritocratic reform. I want to cheapen these guys. conversion successful. I've still got a few more conversions to do, so that's definitely, you know, in our wheelhouse right now. We do need to start building our trade fleet, because if we don't, we're going to start losing trade to others. And of course, the converting of our you know, neighbors to Hellenic is a very understandable and normal thing. Newcomers to the harbour. For the first time since the Portuguese ship first sailed out to find what had become of us, ships have entered the harbour of Ivos bearing unfamiliar rigging. They do not speak Portuguese, but greet us in heavily accented Greek, asking if they have arrived in Elysium. It would seem that the secret of our survival is finally out, undoubtedly slipped from loose lips in a tavern or brothel in far Lisbon, where men do solemn watch what they say. And now the very first of the newcomers have arrived, eager to find in us the same wealth our allies in Iberia have no doubt acquired from the exotic goods only we could have possibly provided them. Already they speak of their own deals, and some merchants have been quick to head towards the docks with their own goods, to get a jump ahead of the curve in the dealing with the foreigners. This is the end of our silence and controlled isolation from the old world. Now we must be prepared to face the entirety of Europe flocking to our shores. There will be great danger in this. Ships bearing cannons instead of ballista could well destroy our ports if they find us unwilling to give them what they want. But we are not afraid. We are Romans, blessed with the land of Elysium, a paradise once reserved for those who died with the favour of the Greek gods. And with risk comes opportunity. So, yeah, this is a problem. Now that they know about us, they may start to try to colonize over here, which is going to cause us issues, no doubt. Get a morale of army guy. So I'm gonna pay for my army, and I'm gonna pay for my fort, and I'm gonna take these guys out. A deification of emperors. In ancient Roman times, before the conversion to Christianity, popular emperors were often deified after death and became part of the Roman pantheon of gods. Now that we've returned to the old ways, we can bring back this practice. It's, Do you know what? Do I look like a god? I'm going to refuse deification for my for the entire time. Because it's an expensive thing that just gets more and more expensive if you don't do it. And no offense to being deified, it's not overly worth, I don't think. Not long till my shipyards are done. Upon my shipyards being done and us having Unconquered by time, it'll be golden. As soon as I've done that, I need to find a way to get this, which is going to be near impossible with my current leaders, so it's going to be a while until we get the Alexandrian Library, unless I'm able to hire a level 3 one of those. Which, let's be honest, that ain't going to happen either anytime soon. So, I want to conquest Toa. No, I don't know why my army's there. I need to move my army to where they have enemies. When we have enemies, so I can, Aeneas can, you know, work his amazing magic and just deck them. Now we are in debt, but we're not in a debt that could be considered bad. So we'll go for Etoa. See if we can find the enemy army. Okay, we found one army. Haven't found that we know where the main army is, but the main army was a little bit too occupied for our for us. Okay, I don't know how many. Okay, it looks like we're gonna get all but the top army, which is enough for me. Oh, we got all of them. Lack of demand for jewelry, that is unfortunate. Yeah, that's not their entire army. I don't know where they're running to, which is a shame. They're running to there. So at this point, I'm just going to basically follow where they're running and deal with that. They're going to there. They're going to here. They're going to there as well. So I think that's going to be as far as they run. They're, of course, running quicker than us, which is annoying, but... Say we have a 4 maneuver general as well. No, they're running down to here, it looks like. 3rd of November, 28th of October. Going to be a large chunk of their forces destroyed. They just hired a condottieri as well. Something we're going to have to be aware of. Our capital is going to be protected, which is fine. The whole point of this war is to give this to my vassal and then give a bunch of land to my southern vassal as well. It does create, again, a power vacuum in a sense, but it's going to be a power vacuum that we're going to have to deal with either way. I'm going to let them have a little bit of a run around with their troops. We're going to siege this down with Aeneas. And we could offer an extra siege there, but an extra pip ain't going to be too worth it. Got 5,000 men. They do have an army, it's just they've got like 12,000. I think there are a lot of them are going to be, of course, new recruits and or armies that are being conscripted from friends. So the goal is to at the very least take this, and then obviously power tons. Then we're focusing on the regions that the game wants me to focus on. Which I think for our, again, we're not conquering, we're simply sharing our prosperity with these guys. And of course, the one siege I really need them to be getting done is having an issue. Now we do have Detis, like, our capital is really, it's not the best protected, like a fort here would guarantee the protection of our capital. But it is what it is. I can't do much more about it. Until this siege is done, I really shouldn't move my army. Not because I don't want to, just because it's smarter to leave my army there. Like, they're going to siege me up a little bit. It'll be fine. I do wish Clydia does, Americreta does have an army, but it's currently locked in the south. A shame, definitely. On 42%, that should, yeah, they're currently just walking around with that big army. That's going to be my goal, is to deal with that big army in a moment. They're probably going to try and take out the Albanians, which is going to be fine. Okay, we're at 64%. Okay, they left the Albanians alone. If we're able to get Powhatan out of the war, I will actually immediately see, okay. Gonna give that to you. Okay, they won't immediately peace out because they've still got men. Albania, go there. Okay, they're locked there. Beautiful. Aeneas is proving his immediate worth. Again, they have a 1 siege there. There's no real reason for me to, you know, sit there. Now, there is obviously a reason for me to catch these guys and, you know, destroy them. Now, of course, they're going to go try and save their ally, which is perfectly fine. I'm going to go invalidate that ability. Again, we're going to give this to you. Don't want to declare war on my vassal I'm trying to give land to. So that is the current state of affair. Now, of course, direct peace with you, we're not going to be piecing out them. That's going to be a separate piece. And we're going to be taking money, as much money as we can. Right now, money is necessary. Okay, looks like they got away. A shame, but it happens. We haven't had to call upon the Varangian, which is good. Currently, the Varangians are worth 71 gold, but they do provide still only 4,000 men. It does look like they don't get any stronger. Okay, there's our cavalry. We only have 1 cavalry, so putting Elysian cataphracts on isn't going to affect the war too much. Shouldn't take too much time for this war to be considered over. Yeah, the Albanians are a little bit stuck. They don't want to move into an enemy territory, and I can't convert there because it's currently being occupied. That is good shout, me. Good shout. Let's go deal with that. After all, we are paying money for a conversion we're not seeing. Advisor cost down is going to be the single best out of those. Grant Army and Navy Commission. And meritocracy, because right now anything that offers us income offers us a better way of, like, a way to cut down on spending money. Now, you are going to be the last one I give to you. Don't want to grow my vassals too much because, you know, painful. And there we go, unconquered by time. We have never been afraid to embrace ideas that worked. Even ages long past, when our ancestors were young, we took the designs of even our enemies and adapted them to our use. That the old traditions are a comfort to us is no excuse to be left behind by the march of progress. Let us embrace the new ideas properly, to properly develop our nation. And there we go, we've got governing cap up, which is honestly useless at the moment. Now we just need 50 mil and 50 admin, so give it a few months and we will be utterly ready for war. Sorry, utterly ready to, well, do that one. Perfect. Okay, all we have to do is win this fight, which our allies are currently losing, but with the arrival of Aeneas, we'll sweep them under the carpet. Okay, we just need to wait a little bit longer for the peace to come out there. So, once we hit this, we'll smash our stability up to 3, and we'll be ready. We do need 25 light ships soon. That one's going to be a more interesting one. Ooh, I need to kill that army so I can get these guys out and get their money. Again, this is we're not annexing them, we're simply giving the territory to a different power. Now, we are going to be annexing the Albanians soon because, as useful as they are as a secondary power, they're not our religion, and I would need to constantly placate them to keep them happy with me. Okay, there's the first thing, and here we go. Form colonial institution. We have long struggled to organize the settling of more distant lands. This can change, though. We are experienced at seafaring and settling new lands. All we need to do is a strong national institution to oversee and organize our colonization programs. If such organization and our strong traditions, with such organizations and our strong traditions, we'll be unmatched at claiming new ground for the glory of Elysium. So we now no longer recruit explorers, but we do get constrained resources becomes organized selling. So we now sell 60 a year, which will be 110 once I get my stability up to 2. So currently this is going to, you know what, I'm going to do something really dumb. I'm going to give all of the land to my vassal. That would put them in a coalition state against me. Do it. Okay, let's return our men home. Now, they are coring everything they can core. Now, once it's all cored, we're going to immediately begin to annex them. Because obviously that is the most important thing to do. Also, we can pay back our loans. We can turn off our forts. And when my men are home, turn off the army too. Like that, we've made a nice little bit of a power play to organize and help the natives, you know, underneath our rule. Yeah, they're doing the cooperative effort, expansion effort as well, which is sorely needed. And we're now in the age of Reformation. We've already converted provinces, we've already converted another nation, so we're already smashing out some of these nice and early, which means the first thing we're going to go for is a true faith conversion. Now, I am slightly worried about these guys. I'm worried that Finland might try and encroach on our land. The aggressive expansion is looking pretty worrying as well for the nations, but It is what it is, but unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually going to have to end this part here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, please do follow me on YouTube, follow me on Discord. Leave a like, leave a comment, give a share as well. But most importantly, please check out the guys who make all the mods. They're all available down below. Give them all a like and let them know how amazing their mods are. But other than that, hope you guys have a great day. See you guys in the next one. See you guys then.